Right?
You guys are rubbing off on me. I'm going to become racist next.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Boolosity, where today another Minecraft creator has been cancelled. That's right, there was one yesterday and now there's one today. I mean, is there going to be one tomorrow? Are we going to be 3 for 3? Honestly, who knows at this point. But yeah, there is another big Minecraft YouTuber who has their career completely tarnished, at least right now, and it'll probably be fine by tomorrow morning. So for those of you that don't know, Jschlatt is one of the creators in the Dream SMP. He's friends with all those guys, he makes content with them, and he's been a character in the Dream SMP for a while now, meaning he's associated with all the Minecraft YouTubers. And I mean, Dream and a lot of the other creators have this like super squeaky clean image, which is something that Jschlatt has just never had. Like, he's always made deliberately offensive or abrasive jokes just to try and sort of get under people's skin. That's kind of been his brand. But before I go any further into this video, I just want to say I'm not here to pick either side. You know, I'm not here to say whether what happened was right, what happened was wrong. I'm just here to present the information and then at the end give a summary and my thoughts on the whole situation. So, like I was saying before, Jschlatt, he's in the Dream SMP, but he's honestly kind of a wild card. He actually started out before the Dream SMP. He was on SMP Live, which was Call Me Carson's SMP. So he's always been active in the community. He's always had his own presence. You know, he's never been a character for someone else, and he's sort of characterized that with a lot of deliberately offensive and abrasive humor. You know, it's one of the reasons he hangs out with the misfits, people who are well known for being deliberately sort of provocative and offensive. But his association with the Minecraft YouTubers also gives him the same sort of stan following that they all have. And of course, with that stan following, you have the typical sort of stan behaviors. You know, you have people who might hyperfixate on his content, and you have people that might be offended by those offensive jokes. I mean, they are offensive, that's the point of them. You're probably going to offend a few people. But this is where the problem starts to seep in. You see, since all the other creators have this like super squeaky clean image, like Dream, George Not Found, Tommy In It, they're all very not particularly family friendly, but they're at least very aware of issues of racism and sexism in a way that Jschlatt just never really seemed to care, which is fair enough. You know, it's his content, he can make what he likes. But today he apparently took it just a little bit too far for Stan Twitter when he released a video on his second channel. So on this channel, Jschlatt Live, he's actually done a few videos on this game, which is a game called Jackbox. And for those of you that don't know, it's sort of like a party game. You know, you get given prompts, you get shown things, and you have to write your own narrative or your own story. In this specific one, it's sort of like a business pitch. So the idea is you have to pitch a business idea to someone, you have 2 different catchphrases, and you have the image to associated with it. But in a lot of these games, the intent of it is kind of just to be offensive and to make jokes. And that's exactly what he does in all his videos. It's what he's done the entire time. But one thing that he hasn't really done is put things in his thumbnail that are like striking and getting in people's faces. And he kind of messed up when he made this thumbnail today. So this thumbnail obviously is going to offend a lot of people. Let's be honest, it's not something that you would expect to see on YouTube, and it's the kind of thing that, you know, fair enough, he's allowed to make whatever content he wants, but you have to admit that is going to offend a few people, and that's probably going to turn a few viewers off. And I feel like he realized that himself because he actually changed the thumbnail to this image, but he didn't change any of the content in the actual video. So since that video went out, in case you haven't been on Twitter, Jschlatt was trending for quite a few hours today. He was a pretty hot topic among the community. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's associated with Dream and George Not Found and all those people. So their viewers are going to sort of shift onto his videos every now and again or have them pushed to them. And they're really not the kind of viewers that you want to push offensive content to. So a lot of people are criticizing the actual content of the video, which again, I'm not here to do. You know, I don't really want to show any of it because I feel like that'd just be trivial. There's no point looking at it, but there is one post which I think is really poignant. It is this one, dumb freaking bird, it's offended, dumb bird, which was one of the creations of the Jackbox episode, which honestly just kind of sums the situation up. Like, you can just see his face in the corner. He absolutely does not care. He knew that it was going to start something. Like, he is well aware that posting something like that that is offensive is going to offend people, and people are going to tweet about the fact that they're upset about it. Like it's just something that I'm sure he completely anticipated, which is why he probably hasn't addressed it. I mean, he did change the thumbnail, so he probably recognizes that maybe that's a bit too far for some people, but yeah, he's well aware of the situation. But apparently the Twitter cancelling and the tweeting about it wasn't enough for some people, as there's this tweet. It wasn't just Jschlatt in the video, it was Minx, Fitz, Swagger, etc. Hold them all accountable. Accountable for what? Accountable for making offensive jokes in an offensive video game, I guess? I mean, if you don't want to watch these creators because their stuff is offensive, fair enough, but this was just kind of a weird tweet for me. It was weird to see. And honestly, this would all kind of be fair enough. Like, someone does something offensive, people are offended, people talk about the fact that they're offended, and people decide whether or not they want to keep supporting a creator. You know, that's just how it goes. That's fair enough. But what isn't fair enough is the extent to which some of the stands have taken it. Now, I can't say 100% whether I know this is true or not, but I've seen a few people talking about it. I've seen it come up a few times on Twitter, so I feel like it's worth mentioning. A few people seem to think that there is now a docs of Jschlatt that is available online. And I think this person put it pretty well when they said, "This seems to be a hot take, but no matter how mad you are at Jschlatt, don't dox him. Please." Like, what? Do they not know that doxing is super wrong and illegal? Like, illegal is one of the biggest things. Making offensive jokes, you know, you might think it's wrong, you might disagree with it. Fair enough, you are entitled to that opinion. But doxing is against the law and is illegal and can land you in a lot of trouble. So don't do that. But honestly, it kind of seems to me that a lot of the people who are actually offended or upset at this are people who are now either not watching Jschlatt anymore or people who didn't watch Jschlatt, and the people who aren't offended by it are just going to keep watching his videos. You know, as much as you might not like it, there is a place for offensive humor online. It exists and people watch it. And, you know, if you disagree with it, fair enough. You don't have to agree with it. No one's telling you to watch it. You're perfectly within your rights to ignore it. But then sometimes you see tweets like this. "I've said it before, but don't unfollow your mutuals who follow Jschlatt yet. People sleep, people are on breaks, and people aren't always on Twitter. Be mad at Jschlatt, not your mutuals." And I just have to say, if you are annoyed at somebody because they follow someone that you dislike, come on, seriously? Like, is there not more that you can be doing than checking who your friends are following on Twitter? It kind of just feels like it's been taken so far that people who spend so much time on Twitter are now so absorbed and dissolved in these communities that they'll actually be cast out by their friends for liking a creator. Like, this is so ridiculous. Jschlatt has so many followers, you can't just cut out all those people and be like, "I hate you all because you like this person." But if all of that wasn't far enough, I think this person took it way too far when they said, "Jschlatt is ugly." Not cool, man. Not right now. He's just been cancelled, and now a random person on Twitter has called him ugly. This is horribly, innately offensive, and I think you would all agree in saying that we want to see less of this. Anyway, that's the basic situation. I mean, I haven't seen Jschlatt respond to anything other than the fact that he changed the thumbnail, and I feel like it's probably the kind of thing he won't respond to. Like, let's be honest, in a few days' time, it will have gone. He won't have been on trending anymore, and there'll be something new that people will be upset about. But yeah, in conclusion, you know, if you're offended by the stuff that Jschlatt does, fair enough, unfollow him, stop watching him. Nobody's going to criticize you for that. But if you're doxing him or you hate people who also follow him, that's just kind of taking it a little bit too far, and you're being a little bit too involved in your creators, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, that's just my take on the whole situation, and yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. I'm actually trying a new style of content if anybody's new to the channel, so a subscription would be really appreciated, and a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks, guys.